just when you thought it was safe to go back to work and do whatever it is you do on a Thursday afternoon. Here we are back with Studio 10-4 Live and our next version of the Throwback Big Rig Thursday. Got a great one for you guys today. If you saw the promo, you know what I'm talking about. Kind of pulled a couple of things together here, not only to kind of feature more about our current cover truck guy, Bobby Vaz, and some of his history, but it also brought us back to Stockton, California, back in 2002, and it was the Cherokee Truck Show, and we're going to talk more about that after we get this thing kind of rolling here. Got some stuff we'll talk about for a minute here before we get really thick into it. I want to give folks a chance to tune in. Y'all aren't used to coming in on a Thursday afternoon. I get it. It's a little bit different. So you're probably wondering what's John doing on the show here on a Thursday. It's our Throwback Big Rig Thursday. And I've got, like I said, something really cool for you guys today. We'll talk about it in a minute here, but a lot of it's going to have to do with the old Cherokee Truck Show, Cherokee Truck Parts Truck Show down in Stockton, California. Want to say, first of all, what a show yesterday, huh, guys? Big Rig Builders and Toby Young, JC Alt, all the builders that joined us on the show yesterday was fantastic. Really appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to jump in and hang with us. I mean, kind of the late night dinner hour for most of those guys, 7, 8 o'clock at night when we go live at 5 o'clock here on the West Coast. So that's probably about the time they're trying to build up a second head of steam or maybe even a third and keep going and get those trucks done, because I did see more pictures after the show. And let me tell you, man, these guys got some work ahead of them, some more than others, but certainly got some work ahead of them. Right now, the clock, the official Mid-America Truck Show clock, gives us 6 days, 8 hours, 25 minutes, and 55 seconds till showtime. And it's coming quick. I want to also take a minute to invite everybody to come out to our booth, the 10-4 booth, and that's going to be booth number 11268. 11268. That is out at the North Wing, where we always are, our usual spot. In fact, I'll share that with you guys right now. Let me know if you guys are able to see that okay. We are right here. In fact, I'll zoom in a little bit. 10-4 magazine. The only thing further right than us is the door out. So we are literally right there at the very corner and available to host and hang out and just, give you guys a lot of cool stuff. And of course, we have stuff for sale too. So pretty sure we'll have some of our usual 10-4 swag, hats, shirts, that kind of stuff. Posters, magazines, and everything like that is always free. So can't wait to have you guys drop by. I won't be there probably. I will be out covering the show for us and making that happen for all the live streams that you guys are going to be watching starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But Wednesday is going to be our first go day. Just in case you haven't seen the whole kind of layout here of what's happening, this is the North Wing, and you used to have to, if you go to the left over here where I'm kind of scrolling around, that's where it all used to happen. Down here to the West Wing, you don't have to go that way anymore. Everything goes north and south. So if you just walk down that wall that we're on, you're going to walk right through the heart of the show, all the way down to the very end of the South Wing where the ATHS guys are parked. And I talked to some of the folks there yesterday at ATHS, and they are going to have a great showing this year as well. So, and then of course, what's this out here? Well, this is the Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Championship out in the whole front area outside, and that's going to be spectacular again this year too. So, can't wait to see it all happen and be there and be a part of it. Looking forward to live streaming to you guys from there. I'm going to also mention our programming starts on Wednesday we are going to be opening up Wednesday, and I'll be opening up outside by the Big Rig Build-Off trucks. There's 5 of them. The entire day is going to be brought to you by Carpenter Customs, and that's Brandon Carpenter. Some of you probably know Brandon from a couple of past live stream shows that we've done in Louisville. Brandon's been a part of that, and as well, of course, the great builds that he's done over the years. But Brandon's going to be bringing the entire day to you guys, so thank him for being able to do that. We'll be doing 3 live streams from out at the PKY lot on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be opening up at the Lifetime Nut Cover booth, and that'll be with Nikki and JR and their team and their new builds that they have in the booth. That will happen Thursday morning. And then we also have Valley Chrome on board sponsoring live streams that day. Friday, we have Valley Chrome in their booth. We'll be opening Friday. And we also have Renegade, and we'll be over at the Renegade booth on Friday as well. Saturday, Lifetime Nut Cover is sponsoring with some other individuals that are going to be participating in the co-op sponsorship opportunities that we have available. We do have spots available. Anybody out there listening is wanting to get their brand on the 10-4 live streams during the show, please get hold of me, John at 10-4 Magazine, or give me a call. You can find my number on the website. Spectacular show Thursday night is going to be brought to you by Dickerson Custom Trucks, and that is going to be the light show from Matt's, and that is going to start at dusk at some point, and that will be covered all night for you, brought to you again by Dickerson Custom Trucks. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up for you, a lot of programming going to be happening. It's going to be some show, I think. What I'm really excited about, besides going to Louisville again, because it's always fun to go to Louisville, it's the weather, man. It's going to be spectacular. So, God, keep your fingers crossed, everybody, for us out there that it holds and we get the weather they're saying we're going to get, which we are looking forward to have happen. So, let's get into this here. I want to read some stuff to you guys. First off, Bobby Vaz, and it's so cool that your world kind of shrinks and gets smaller all the time. Well, in mine and Bobby's case, didn't know this until Bobby and I talked, but back in the day when we first met, which would have been at Bob's show and I mean Bob Hitchcock from Cherokee Truck Parts, at that show down in Stockton, Bobby was driving for Michael Dusi, another 10-4 cover trucker, spectacular fleet of trucks that really made a big, huge presence on the West Coast for quite a while. And Bobby was one of his drivers. And then later, Bobby Vaz would move on and end up, and little did he know or I know, end up driving my truck after I had sold it. And that was that beautiful road truck body Peterbilt 379 Transfer that was on the cover of 10-4 magazine back in December of 2003. It's just a crazy world we live in. But I've got some great pictures here of Bobby from back in that show, and that would have been as I said, 2002. Let's bring that up. 2002, Stockton, California, Cherokee Truck Show. And if I got anybody out there that can tell me to make sure that we've got the photos up and everybody can see them. In fact, I'll do a little test myself just to make sure here. This was number 13 Michael Dusi truck that Bobby Vaz was driving back in that day. And look, it was so fun to get these pictures from Dan, our editor, owner, of course, Dan the man, sent these over and go through some of them and start looking at all the old trucks from back in this day, man. This was to me kind of the heyday for myself and a lot of fellas that, were around at this time. And I'll start shooting off some of the names of the guys that were here back at the show back in those days. But, quite a sight, man, really quite a sight. And just even then, and this was still at a point where manufacturing truck parts, there was stuff out there, but there wasn't a lot out there. It's not like it is now, that's for sure. A lot of stuff that was being built was one-off, things that guys were making in their show, I mean, in their shop, and, good, I just did a verification, wanna make sure you guys got the photos. Um, Stuff that nobody had ever seen before, and of course, now, a lot of it, pretty much just standard stuff. I mean, uh you just, you have no idea where it was kind of going. I mean, this was the era before Trick My Truck, and then all that started coming out, and then it just went crazy. From there, it just went crazy, and it hasn't stopped. There's major companies out there and other startups that have come along that have stepped into the world of truck part aftermarket part manufacturing and have taken off and made this industry as creditable and as exciting and fun to be a part of as anyone can imagine in any industry that involves wheels, horsepower, diesel fuel, trucking. So uh, it really has just gone crazy. Of course, that right there is our man. That is Bobby standing there in front of those Valley Chrome bumpers on the rack there that Bob used to sell, and accepting his awards that he had won at the show, and yeah, a little younger version of our buddy Bob there, and there's Bob Hitchcock himself right there talking to Bobby Vaz in the truck, and it's just it takes you back when you see these old photos. For me, anyways, not everybody, and listen, a lot of my audience, you guys that will be seeing this on the playback, and those that chime in today when you chime in, um, you know, maybe not West Coasters, but that's okay. This is some of our West Coaster history, and these guys are the guys that stepped in and stepped up and really made things start kind of getting noticed out on the West Coast. So, um, as far as the rest of Bobby's story, um, I'll get to more of that here in a second, but there's more about the story as far as the truck show down there in Stockton. Um, in 2002, by the way, this particular show was the second one of the Cherokee Truck Parts Truck Show, and the idea back then was it was supposed to be, um, bring what you got, show what you brought. That's Bob telling everybody. Well, that's hardly how it turned out, because there was some pretty amazing folks that showed up at that show to make it happen, and some of the names that you probably may or may not know, or may remember, may not. Bill and Marie Sandvik Trucking, of course. James Cotta, the Baywood Motorsports, and the Millennium Mac. Sandvik's truck that they showed back in at that time was Delirious Desire, and it went on from there to and I wish I had I can't remember the name of the truck, but it was one with Bill busting out of the back of the sleeper of the truck, and I had to shoot myself in the foot for not remembering that. But anyway, other names, notables in there. Josh Lowry, hey, what's going on? In fact, I've got some great photos here to share with you guys. Mike Dusi, trucking, Bobby Vaz, of course. Fred Rivera, one of the OGs out there in Stockton. Guys, the list just goes on and on. Of names of guys that were out there and who was winning and showing and playing and having fun, as well as, and I'll get to that in a minute too. But this Cherokee Truck Show, back in its day, had a charity that it was generating money for, and Bob raised a lot of money for Shriners Hospital, Children's Hospital, and as well, so has 10-4 Magazine and really Trucking for Kids. So, hey, what's up, TW? Good to have you back on the show, man. Trucking for Kids, however, at this point, we've kind of taken it to a new level and a new high of $210,000 that we've donated in just a short 3 years of time that we've been doing the Trucking for Kids show. This will be the fourth time for us, 44th annual Trucking for Kids coming up May 3rd and 4th. Want to make sure everybody knows that. Want to make sure everybody gets registered and take a little time, go over to the website, get yourself signed up, and get it done, because before you know it, it'll be, you'll be coming back from Mid-America Truck Show if you're going out there to Louisville with all of us, and it's going to be time to make sure you get registered in time to get the bonus buckets that we're giving guys, the first 200 that are coming into the show that are competing, that are bringing show trucks out. So my best advice, go to 104magazine.com or go to truckingforkids.org. However you want to get there, just get there, but get there and get pre-registered and get signed up so we know who all's coming out there. And maybe a lot of you are waiting to find out, how you do at Matt's, or, don't know, but we want to get as many of you pre-registered as possible and get this show on the road, as they say. And we look forward to seeing you guys all out there coming up here real soon. So some of the other photos that I want to share with you guys too in here, I'm going to bring out at this time. And one last note too about registering and pre-registering for Trucking for Kids right now. If you get it done now, it is a cheaper cost for you to get registered than if you do it the day of the show. And incidentally, this year's the first year that we're going to be doing this, where when you register or pre-register for Trucking for Kids, it's done. You're in. If you register day of show, that's not happening. So really, day of show is Sunday. Saturday is the only day. Friday and Saturday are the only 2 days you can come in and drive in and park and get set up. We're not taking trucks in except for the race trucks on Sunday. So you guys that are going to be show trucking and in the show and shine, you need to get in on Friday or Saturday. We're not doing it on Sunday this year. It's we want everybody in there by Saturday so we can have everybody to light up the light on Saturday night, and that's a big deal. It's a big part of the show, and we want everybody to be there and be a part of that. So back to Cherokee Truck Parts and what was going on back in the day, as they say. If I can find my photos again here. Let me bring it back. All right, I'm going to go back to the beginning here of my slideshow. One of the trucks that you guys should remember, and this was a truck that was at the time owned by a guy named Boomer, and is now the godfather. If you know your truck history, Valley truck history, that is the godfather. 5150 back in the day, it was Boomer driving that truck, and he drove that truck every single day, pulling a tanker. I remember seeing him out there while I was out running the Valley. He was out there running that beauty as well. And of course, now the godfather, owned by a Magini family, pulls our Trucking for Kids trailer around and makes it out to the shows and does a great job doing what they do, man. Back in the day is usually on a Thursday, so cheers to having the show on today. Yeah, man. Well, this is Thursday, I think, right? So I hope we're in the right place at the right time. A lot of fun was had back in the Central Valley. I'm talking the San Joaquin Valley, Stockton area. Back in those days, was some beautiful trucks out there. There was the proud few, and honestly, I mean, there was a lot out there, but not near as many as there are now. Of course, there's Bob Hitchcock's Cherokee truck, and he pulled his RV with that truck too, by the way. So with the Baywood Motorsport bumper by Valley Chrome on there, and as well the Millennium Mac, and we'll get to that in a minute. And there's that beautiful truck by the Sandvik Trucking Company, and of course Bill and Marie Sandvik, Delirious Desire. Chaotic, thank you, brain working. Chaotic was the name of the truck eventually, the 98 Peterbilt that Sandvik's built, that just cleaned house everywhere it went. And then Freddie Rivera, of course, another one of the original OGs. Incidentally, this truck was just off of the Mid-America Truck Show and winning Best of Show out there at Mid-America back in 2002. So like I said, this was supposed to be, bring what you got, show what you brought. But here you've got, there's some big strappers coming in and making this show something that nobody really, I think, expected until it happened. And here it is. But man, don't remember that comedian that said that. Yeah, I don't know, man. um, Josh Lowry. There's a great shot of Josh's truck. Man, this truck was a huge standout back in its time, and to this day, it's still a beautiful truck. But back in its day, was really something to see and quite a sight. And it showed up out there in Stockton as well. Maybe some of you remember the Millennium Mac. This was a totally custom one-off build that Bob and the guys put together. In fact, I'm gonna bring us out of here because I want to get the information here that is on here. And I think it was credited to James and Baywood. It was. So James Cotta, Baywood Motorsports. I hope James tunes in and watches this at some point. This is kind of, going down his memory lane, as you would say. But James, yeah, this is you, buddy. You're definitely in here and a big part of today. So I hope that you're able to see it. But the Millennial Mac, this thing had a stereo in it that was unheard of for the time. Still to this day, an incredible sound system. I don't remember how many watts it was, but it was incredible. Of course, the big Cherokee truck parts writing on the building up there. That right there is is Madison and Josh Lowry back in the day, right there, man. Madison Lowry, of course, most of you probably should know. She's the creator and runner of Bobtail Apparel and the Bobtail Apparel Truck Show over there in Dixon that we do attend every year and look forward to. It was a great show, great time. And there's a young Josh right there, man. I'll tell you what, back in the day, it was a little bit ago. Mr. Bill Sandvik right there, got the big handlebars going on. And, there was nothing like Bill out there, doing what he did. And some of the neat things that he did on his trucks and the shows that just some people hadn't done yet. A lot of people hadn't done things he was doing yet. That just wasn't seen, wasn't heard of, just wasn't part of the deal. Hey, now there it is. So there's the Bobby Vaz John Testa connection right there. So there is my 2002 Pete 379 hood, road truck body on the back there, and that truck eventually was sold and purchased by a fella, and then went out to Parts Beyond and somewhere unknown. At this point, I hear it's in Texas, I think, from what Bobby tells me. But that ended up being Bobby's truck that somebody bought along its journey and put in service somewhere else, and Bobby ended up being the driver. Still had the custom 10-4 magazine cover truck tag that one of the cover guys that year in 2003 made for everybody out of a piece of aluminum. And it was adhesive on the back, and it was stuck to the raise and lower T-handle shifter tower that operated the body on the truck. So pretty cool stuff. There's Mr. Bill and Marie showing it off right there. That beautiful 1992 Peterbilt, cleaning up, of course, everywhere it went, and pretty much in true fashion the way that Bill was and did things back then, and how it was, man. He cleaned up a lot of truck shows across the country. Double J blinker bars, Double J light brackets. Good to see that. If you guys haven't got yours yet, you should get them. Mr. Eric Sieben. I couldn't help but bring old Eric out. I don't know what the deal is with the radio, but maybe Dan was on the other end of that. Dan, were you on the other end of that radio? Did you have one of those hanging off of your body somewhere too, or what, man? I'd love to know the story behind that one. I don't know. Pretty cool though. Miss you, Steve. Miss you, buddy. Biggie. Another shot of Bob, Hitchcock Bob, Crazy Bob as we called him. And, I'm jokingly, hey, wait a minute. Whoa, back up. Okay, I went a little faster. So jokingly, there's a story, I guess, when Dan did a story at one of the shows, he called Bob Crazy Bob. I guess Bob's mother actually got a hold of Dan and was not happy about her. Dan had heard back that he wasn't she wasn't happy about him being called that, but I guess she didn't know him like we knew him. So oh well. But Bob was, he was a guy that you either liked him or you didn't, and he either liked you or he didn't, and that could change at any time. So maybe one day he didn't feel like he was all that or you were all that, and vice versa, and until the next time, and you came in and bought some lights or some chrome or something, and everything's forgiven and everybody's happy again. Mr. Jeff, and Jeff ended up. This is great because Jeff ended up being a driver of mine, and of course, a little younger, a little thinner, a little yeah. Anyway, I want that JT back. Where did he go, man? Because this guy sitting here, I don't know. What do you think? Oh well, it is what it is, right? Yeah, and I actually won something. I can't remember what the plaque was, but it was first time I ever went to a truck show, put a truck in a show, any of that. So pretty cool stuff. And there's another shot there of the truck that Bobby was driving. So a lot of cool stuff that we can share. And listen, some of this stuff is out of the archives that we have that you can't get because it's in the 10-4 archives of the hard drives and everything that Dan's loaded stuff onto. But that being said, I want you guys to know you can go to 104magazine.com, and if you go onto the homepage and scroll down here and you see the articles prior to 2011, goes back to 2001. So what I'm pulling a lot of stuff out of, and I'm going to share with you right now, is from our website and the archives that are available right now. Now, this stuff right now is all free. We don't charge anybody for it. You can go there and access it. There may come a day where digital programming and what we have, because we have so much in the archives, and I mean a lot, we will probably have to do something and create sort of a paid porthole and help support storage of all of these photos and stories and magazines that are been digitally preserved, because it's not cheap, man. It's not cheap doing what we do, and the magazine, well, the magazine's free, so we got to figure out some ways to make that happen at some point. We're not talking today, tomorrow, next week, next year. We're talking whenever it could happen. So go ahead and take advantage of what's in there right now for free. And if you want to see more photos, click here to see the photos, and it will take you to this particular page right here. And there it is. There's all the photos from 2002 and the Cherokee Truck Parts Truck Show, the coolest truck show, I should say. Cherokee Truck Parts Coolest Trucks Show. Incidentally, too, this show went on for quite a few years through its lifetime. It was hosted at the truck parts facility. Was 1 year in the weeds. Another time, Bob put it out at another location. I think it was Elk Grove or Galt. Yes, it was Galt. So Stockton, Lodi, Galt, it moved around over the years. And of course, ultimately, sadly, as probably a lot of you do know, and I'll bring our buddy Bob into the picture right now. Bob passed away in 2017, and we miss him. Only Bob could still get the last FU in, right? I mean, look at him holding up the plaque. I don't know if Dan or Eric or who planned that, but that's a true Bob Hitchcock statement right there. He got the last FU into everybody. So there it is. We miss you, Bob. By the way, I don't know how many of y'all do when you go by and you're traveling down south on Highway 99 through Stockton. How many of you still honk when you go by Cherokee Truck Parts there? It's of course, doesn't have anything designating it as Cherokee Truck Parts anymore, but as far as I know, I think everything's been taken down off of it. But I, for one, am still honking every time I drive by there, and remembering the good times and going through Bob's stash and finding everything that you thought might be a cool thing to do to your truck, and stuff that we did. So now, here's an example. Breathers. There were no pre-built breather lights back in the day. So we would open them up, drill them out, mount lights inside of them on the Vortox intake on the outside of it, but behind the screen. And my trucks had lights mounted in there, little mini amber watermelons in there. Panel light was huge back then. Maxima, huge light manufacturer back then. And Bob had a lot of this stuff, as well as a lot of other things like motorcycle lights and different stuff that, most people probably didn't think. Why would you think that you would have, car lights, motorcycle lights, whatever, stuff like that. Back in those days, man, we were looking for anything that we could do to put together to make a truck different, cool, unique, one of a kind. And that's how it happened. That's how it was all done. And that was back in only 2002. That wasn't that long ago. But boy, it sure seems far away from us now at this point, given what's out there and what's available to guys. And there's still, and given the big rig build off that you guys are going to be seeing, that we'll be bringing to you next week from Mid-America, you're going to see some other amazing trucks in that big rig build off, as well as on the show lot itself. The guys that are competing heads up against each other out there in the varied classes. You know what? Those guys, they are no joke, and the trucks are going to be something else to see out there. I love some of the photos I saw last night that were sent after the show, and like I said, some of you got more to do than others, and I'm excited to see everybody get it all together and make it happen. Good luck to everybody this year out there at Mid-America. Thanks for taking a trip down Highway 99 with this old trucker and cruising down to Stockton to Cherokee Truck Parts, coolest truck show. And that was, of course, brought to you back in the day by our buddy Bob Hitchcock. And we were celebrating Mr. Bobby Vaz again, and some of his history and the things that he's done through the years, and what it's taken along his ride to get him where he's at now. And that, for another 10, 11 days or so, is going to be on the cover of 10-4 magazine, at least digitally, until we switch the website and put up April. But this particular month is a great month to be on the magazine. You're going to be handed out to thousands of people at Mid-America at the truck show. Other great stories that are in there as well this month. So take a minute when you get a chance and check them all out. A couple of my favorites, all things digital. Nothing like validation in what it is that you do in life to make a person feel good. And I'd like to thank everybody that put that together to share what it is that yours truly, JT, helps along in the process of 10-4 magazine and in the creative side of things on the digital side of the planet. Studio 10-4 Live and all the live streams and everything that we do as well. So really appreciate that. The other one, live from Louisville, giving you kind of a history of what it is that we've been doing for the last 7 years. Well, in time, 7 years, going on 8, but we're short a couple because of the COVID era. So unfortunately, COVID, took a couple of years from us and a lot more things as well. But through the years, we've had some fun, and it all started out. I wish I had some pictures of back when the first one came along, and we did just me and a phone and a microphone. I mean, that was it. That's what we did. That's all it was. So changed and upgraded over the years, and it's going to be great this year again. We'll have some fun times out there and talk to some folks. We're going to be in the Renegade booth again. Big Rig Barbie will be there again. We'll be talking to her and Rami and his crew, and probably a lot of his guys, polishers and team members that are there. Can't wait to see that and do that again as well. Out in the Paul K. Young Truck Beauty Championship lot, as always, interviewing, showing you trucks, checking it out. Daytime and nighttime, we will be there. So I'm hoping too, by the way, with Team 10-4, I hope we get to do another studio at our booth again, like we did here in this particular year, where we set up the green screen, and I have a feeling that that's something we're going to work towards. I hope and make happen again, because it seems like we did it. Now everybody else is, and I mean, I don't mean to break my arm patting all of us on the back, but um, we did it first. I mean, I walked the whole show. I didn't see anybody else out there doing it. So, in fact, here we go. This is actually right here. Phone and microphone. That wire was plugged into my phone, and it was an iRig preamp into my cell phone that captured this right here, if I'm not mistaken. So, and these are the guys from out there at Elizabeth, New Jersey. These guys are characters, man. They were gangsters. Oh man, we've met some folks along the way, haven't we? Mr. Bruce Mallinson. We'll be talking with Bruce again this year out there, so that'll be fun. And you know what? Just can't wait. And again, this is the phone setup right here. All it was my phone and the microphone, and we were at it. We were doing it. Awards, I mean, we were all over the place. We did a lot of things, and we have and continue to do that. As I said, I look forward to being back in Louisville and next week, guys. So Studio 10-4 Live is going to be live from Louisville. The show will be Wednesday. It'll be 3 live streams on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all day programming. Thursday will be all day and night because of the light show. All right, y'all. Listen, I think I've talked enough. A super, super fun trip down memory lane. Like I said, thanks for traveling down Highway 99 with me. Any of you happen down that way by Stockton and Cherokee Truck Parts, which is right off of Cherokee Lane down there, and the Cherokee truck line guys, their truck yard is still right there against the highway on 99. Be sure and give it a little honk and the wave and a shout out to Crazy Bob. And back in the old days, man, the ghosts of all of those that are no longer with us are probably hanging out and polishing their trucks upstairs right now. Hopefully, if they all landed up there and in that lot in their ghost form. So keep the shiny side up, guys. Always a pleasure to be here and be a part of your day. Thanks for taking the time to come in and hang with me. And we'll see you tomorrow for a quick Studio 10-4 Live drive-by update and shout out at you. So have a great day.